Microsoft's exclusive lineup over the next 12, 18 months is looking pretty incredible. And obviously, I think the big tentpole on that is going to be Starfield. Now, I'm obviously very, very interested in Starfield and seeing exactly what they have to offer because that game, to me, looks absolutely incredible. Now, I know like everybody else isn't necessarily going to be on board and feel exactly the way that I do, but it's still pretty interesting to see how people react to what's going on with Starfield. And believe it or not, there's still people out there that believe that Starfield is going to be, a game that they dropped the ball with, or a game that's sort of like, let's just say, Redfall, right? Like those are totally different things. And I've mentioned this multiple times. Redfall was never hyped up as something to be huge. Starfield was hyped up to be potentially something that could be Xbox known for, right? That Xbox used to be known for like Halo, and there's some truth to the fact that they're getting out of the whole shooter box mentality, and so it could be known for RPGs, and in particular Starfield, brand new IP, first new IP from Bethesda in terms of RPG in 25 years. That's huge. And obviously there's people out there that are saying, oh well, this will suck like Redfall or whatever. We kind of get a much better idea about what's going down with this and how Microsoft has actually helped with this game. It's unfortunately that they didn't really help with Redfall, but again, when it comes to Starfield, I think that this is a little bit of a different situation. And so this is why I'm very, very optimistic about this game. So Xbox support has allowed Bethesda to be very ambitious with Starfield, more ambitious than they would have been able to be if it was, multi-plat and if they hadn't bought them. So apparently the support of the Xbox game business enabled Microsoft and Bethesda to amp up the ambitious ideas and plans with Starfield, and it's been incredible. Microsoft's games division helped Bethesda unlock the full potential for Starfield, which is looking incredible. Some people might even say that was the highlight of their showcase. Following the Microsoft ZeniMax buyout deal for $7.5 billion, ZeniMax is now a limited integration company with Xbox, but that doesn't mean that Microsoft's game devs and technology specialists haven't helped out with Starfield's development. In fact, Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty confirmed that Xbox has been involved with Starfield's development since early 2022, with Xbox's ATG, which is the Advanced Technology Group, assisting Bethesda Game Studios with various console-level optimizations. So I've been mentioning this quite a bit as well, that the ATG group is their ultimate support group that goes out there, and they're the engineers that help things be able to run better on, Xbox and things like that. So a lot of people that were saying, oh, the game's going to run terrible, etc., etc., it's not. It's really not. And so when you see stuff like this, maybe Redfall would have been better if they helped it, if they would have sent this group. But I also have to point out that Redfall had a lot of issues. It wasn't really one thing, in my opinion, right? Like, I beat the game. I thought it was okay. I beat it in like 17, 18 hours. But I don't think that, to be honest with you, that Redfall was ever going to be that big game. It just, the hook was not there. And so, to me, to be honest with you, when I look at this and I go, okay, well, what's the difference? I think everybody knows that Starfield is that game. Starfield is the game. So in a recent interview, Bethesda Game Studios' Todd Howard says that Xbox's help has allowed the studio to reach its ambitions with Starfield, and he responds to the pressures of Starfield essentially being a big proving point for Xbox's first-party games division, and how Microsoft's assistance helped accelerate Starfield's development and allow new improvements like the upgraded Creation Engine 2 optimizations on Xbox platforms. These ambitions and new features include things like volumetric fog, new global illumination lighting system, physical effects, and more. When asked the question, do you feel like you're carrying the weight of Xbox on your shoulders right now, when that's kind of the narrative that's emerging? Do you think Starfield is going to be the standard bearer for Xbox this year? And his response was, and I quote, "I think I was feeling better before you asked that question. We're focusing on what we can do on this game. I'll say that their support has been incredible on this. Phil, Matt Booty, and the team over there, obviously we worked with them for a long time, going back 20 years with Morrowind. But being part of Xbox and their support has really allowed us to be this ambitious and take these risks. So fingers crossed." So again, I think that, Microsoft and clearly Bethesda are teaming up and doing some incredible things together, and it makes a lot of sense that they're doing this. And I know a lot of people probably go, well, what would you expect them to say, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel like that this is honestly some of the better news that we could hope to hear, knowing that the ATG group had almost 2 years to help optimize these games, and so there's not going to be a lot of the issues. A lot of people are expecting this to be like a typical quote-unquote Bethesda game, full of bugs and things like that, and I'm sure, as an open world game with, as much content as this game has, I am more than positive that, people are going to kind of flip out for every bug, for every negative thing. And there probably will be some, but it's like, this is an Xbox game, and so that's going to cause that type of reaction. And I feel like that probably shouldn't be the case, and it's a bit unfortunate that that is going to be the case. You know what I mean? Like, there is not a single game that I've played that has been perfect or that has never had any kind of issues. So I think that I kind of pushed that out there that, hey, you know what? This game will probably have a couple of issues or bugs or whatever, but I think that I definitely believe Microsoft and Bethesda when they say that this is the least buggy game that they've ever put out, and I think that that's exactly what needs to happen. Like, that needed to be a game that realistically was this well put together, and I think that this is going to really kind of get people to see Microsoft in a different light. And you know what? Listen, I like the fact that Xbox was a shooter box, but I think it's perfectly fine for them to be more than that as well. So hopefully they can continue to be an amazing platform for everybody going forward, and that's what excites me as a fan. So hopefully you guys are all excited by that as well. I would love to see what everybody's thoughts all are on this, because listen, it really kind of comes down to all of us. What do we as fans think about the future and the future of Xbox and things like that? So I think that that's probably where I'm at with this. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions as well, because again, like I said, it really isn't just all about me. It's about pretty much everybody. So we'll see what happens in the future, and hopefully Microsoft nails it with this. I think that they will, and I'm excited to see what happens very much in the future. So let me know what you guys think. Rack them up, fact them up, crap gamer them up, and thank you guys so much for watching. If there's something you'd like to see on the channel, let me know below. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. Crap gamer out.